Wanted to talk about a couple stories, Asian related, since apparently they're the flavor of the month for the media. Flavor of the month, so to speak. I was talking to my wife about this before I went ahead and started shooting this. So we got two stories. Just going to go through the other one real quick. This one's a short read here. Man urinates on Asian woman 25 inside New York City subway car, and other passengers do nothing to help. But yes, I was speaking to my wife about this, and basically I was saying, well, you have all of these individuals out here having their candlelight vigils. They're out there on social media, celebrities, being the losers they are. They're out there running their mouths about how down they are for the Asian cause. You have all these individuals on Twitter talking the talk from behind a keyboard. But when it comes down to it, and when you see something like this happening, again, assuming this is true, we have photo, we don't necessarily have video. We want to see the video. Actually, I take that back. You don't want to see a video of this happening, but video would be a lot better proof of the occurrence of this. But the point being, when you see this happening in public, how many of those individuals that were on the train were so brave from behind a keyboard? Oh, I'm down for Asians. I'm with the AAPI. But when it comes down to it, most people are really just cowards. That's the society that we've seen raised, especially given the current period of time, last 10, 20, 30-ish years or so. All of the privileges that we have here as Americans has made us soft. Thus, the coward generation has been born. San Francisco school board member, you can see it there on the screen, refuses to resign for her 2016 tweets, calling Asian Americans house grows, so to speak, who embrace white supremacist thinking to get ahead. This individual here claims to be a black woman. She was using her privilege at the time. Apparently, we have another Elizabeth Warren type situation here. Another Meghan Markle. Look at this woman. She actually makes Meghan Markle look black. Look how light this woman is. She must be of the one drop mentality. This woman claiming to be black. There is some nuance to this story, though. And I read through the article, the nuance being she claims that Trump was the problem. This came out in 2016, as I said. So what she was claiming was that she saw people in these Asian schools treating Mexicans badly. She referred to them as Latinx, saying Trump's going to deport you. She made some talks about the KKK, this and that, saying blacks, basically saying everyone was on Trump's list. Saying everyone was on Trump's list. And what she was getting at, according to her, was that she felt like Asians were going along with white supremacy in order to be subservient to their white overlords, so to speak. And that's just paraphrasing, of course. So we'll see what happens there. But again, using one's privilege, again, her claiming to be a black female, double privilege in 2016, more so now. And you see jerry-rigging Kamala Harris into the VP role. But she used what she thought was her privilege, and getting away with stuff back then, times change. A 25-year-old Asian woman was riding the Queens-bound F train at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday when a white man in his 60s urinated on her. Victim told a blog the attacker, dressed in all black and wearing a ski mask, remained silent as he directed a stream of urine at her. Woman said she filed harassment report with the police, but no arrests have been made. Incident comes amid a dramatic increase in attacks targeting Asian Americans since the outbreak of the China virus. A 68-year-old Sri Lankan man was punched in the face on the one train in Manhattan on Friday, leading to hate crime charges. The woman says, "So I scooted to my right and noticed that his penis was pointed at me, and that there was urine on my bag and jacket." The victim told blog AsianFeed, "We made eye contact, but he didn't say anything." Not going to downplay the situation, but just think. Somebody whips his penis out, like this woman says, points it at her, does this number, makes eye contact with her while holding it, presumably shooting his spray in her direction, and She didn't say, excuse me, mister. Do you think you can point that thing over there? You're getting it on my jacket and my bag. The vile incident took place a day after an elderly Sri Lankan man was punched in the face while riding the one train in Manhattan, which they told us above. I guess this is the white man they're referring to. The woman said that none of the passengers around her said or did anything to come to her defense, as her assailant, whom she described as a white male in his 60s, was about to get off the train at the 75th Avenue station. The woman managed to take a photo of him with her cell phone. Oh, okay, so eye contact was made, photo was taken, but she didn't think to smack the dick out of her face. The suspect was last seen wearing a ski mask on his head, revealing a pair of gray bushy eyebrows and a black jacket with an American flag on his chest. The victim told the blog she considered getting off the train right away and reporting the incident to police, but said she was alone and afraid, so she continued on her way. The 25-year-old has since filed a harassment report with the police. So far, no arrests have been announced. A photo shows a subway bench wet with urine following the incident on the northbound F train on Saturday. The joke would be, isn't that how the subway looks every day in New York City? There's the gentleman from Sri Lanka who was punched in the face. Says he was commuting to his job as a security guard on Friday. That's brutal. Not good. That's terrible. New York City, it's a gross, dangerous place, especially the subway. On Sunday, 36-year-old Mark Mathayu was arrested on a charge of assault as a hate crime for allegedly beating a 68-year-old man from Sri Lanka while yelling anti-Asian slurs on board the one train in Manhattan on Friday in a separate attack that took place on Saturday. A 66-year-old Asian man was punched in the face by a homeless man in Manhattan's Chinatown. I'd be willing to bet that once they round these individuals up, all three, that the common link is going to be some kind of mental illness. Even for New York, this kind of behavior is abhorrent. New Yorkers tend to be more, we'll just leave it at, they're more. We'll just leave it at that. Statistically speaking, and that's my perception. Am I wrong? I don't know. They tend to be more of that. And I think, as I said, once you get all the facts in, we'll find that there's a little bit of that in terms of the connection. Last week, the NYPD revealed that it had recorded a 1,300% increase in anti-Asian hate crimes during the China virus. On Sunday, thousands marched in Atlanta, NYC, and DC, among other cities, following the mass shooting last week at Asian-owned spas in Georgia, which claimed the lives of 8 people, including 2 who weren't Asian. The shooter, 21-year-old Robert Aaron Long, admitted to the shooting, but denied that the attacks were racially motivated. If you recall, you're probably familiar, the dude said he had some kind of sex issues with some kind of addiction, apparently. This place may have been the type that gives happy endings. We don't know that. I'm not going to speculate on that. I am going to take a hands-off approach to that one, so to speak. But it goes to what I was saying, was these individuals who are out here marching, and again, not indicting anyone on the train. Okay, maybe I am. You're not obligated, obviously, to do anything. If you see something like this, it's going to be a situation where most of the time you're going to be confused, shocked, what the hell's going on? It's probably going to be over by the time you even have a chance to say something. Most people have their head down in their phones, maybe some of them are napping. But for her just to make that eye contact, was she looking deep into his eyes? Or was she staring at the penis? Just smack that cock out of your face, girl, come on. I'm sure that, actually, I'm not going to go there. But the reality of it is, we have all of these situations where people are coming out claiming to be brave, having these marches, and not a single person said or did anything on her behalf, which is unfortunate. Again, no one's obligated. Good Samaritan, so to speak. You're not obligated to do that. But if you legitimately see something like this in the future, and you feel the need to just go punch somebody in the dick, then do it. That's all I would say. We have to look out for each other. because there are dirtbags out there in society. Now, I've been hesitant to cover this Asian madness that's going on right now because I've been getting a lot of contradictory statistics. Some of the statistics I've seen, one in particular said whites were far more likely to be the victim of hate crimes, that Asians were proportionately less than their population, that a majority of hate crimes committed against Asians were by black individuals, with Asian and white kind of tied for second and third. And then some other statistics said that blacks were more likely to be the victim of the hate crime. So I'm sitting here and I'm seeing all of this conflicting information, and that's why I haven't talked about it. It's like, what's true? I can't seem to get statistical data, and this is from supposedly FBI sources or other sources. I can't get something consistent to where I can speak on it. So that's why I've just kind of pushed away from this for the time being. But this one, I figured I'd talk about it and tie it in with the other story with that woman in San Francisco. San Francisco elites, man, they live a different lifestyle up there. Why is this important story hidden? Totally disgusting behavior from everyone. This person said another coward, to which I replied, and that was just the people on the subway. It's NYC. Well, you asked for the police to be refunded, so good luck. Maybe the social workers can help. This is a very sad and tragic occurrence, but where's the proof? And that's true to some extent. We have the dribble on the subway, but again, I would bet I could step on any one of the subway cars right now and probably see some piss on the floor. Stop the hate. New York City is a nasty, filthy place, and I will never go there again. That's all I've got, everybody. If you have any statistics that are verifiable and can help guide me one way or another on this, like I said, I've been getting contradictory information. So when you see somebody in public and they pull out their dick and try to piss on somebody, regardless of race, whatever, one of these, quick little rabbit punch right to the dick. That'll put an end to that situation. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. And remember, when in New York City, when you need to pee, there's probably a toilet around somewhere.